guys, how are you? I hope you're well. In today's video, I'll be cooking a prawn and chorizo pasta dish. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelly Thompson and I'm a childcare and food entrepreneur. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. In my videos you'll find tips and topics on family and lifestyle and some fabulous recipes for the whole family. So please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload next time. And if you already subscribed to my channel, thank you. So in today's video, I'm going to be cooking some chorizo and prawn linguine. I've used some spinach linguine for one of my dishes here, and I've used some normal spaghetti for that one. So Kelsey and I are having this one, and Chris and Olivia are going to have the normal spaghetti. Olivia requested this for dinner tonight, so I thought I'll video it and let you guys see, you know, one of our family meals that we cook. It's a favourite definitely in our house. We'll have it with some salad and some garlic bread. So without any further delays, let me show you how I've done this. So these are all of our ingredients. Some mushrooms and herbs there, some asparagus, tomatoes, onions, parsley, basil, and we've got our prawns right at the end. These I get them from the supermarket, from frozen, and I've basically washed them under the tap, and I'm going to squeeze some lime on them before I start cooking them. Right, so I've put a tablespoon of oil in the pot, and that's just getting hot now. I've got it on number 7, so that's like a medium to high heat. And I'm just going to add my garlic. So I've got in here 4 cloves of garlic that I've just crushed. I'm going to stick that in the pot. So I'm just going to add the garlic. Okay, just give that a stir. And with this dish you really do like to taste the garlic. I'm going to add some more later. Okay, so we don't want the garlic burning, so we're going to start adding some more ingredients. So the onions are going in, and that's 1.5 onion. Give that a stir. That smells lovely already. I love the smell of onion and garlic mixed together. It just smells absolutely delicious. And now I've got some spring onions, so that's about 2. Pour that in as well. Put the mushrooms in there. I'm just going to give that a little stir. Now I'm going to add my mushrooms. So I've got about 4 mushrooms here that I've chopped up, chestnut mushrooms, but you can use any mushrooms that you like. This is getting a little bit on the dry side now, so I'm just going to add a bit more cooking oil. So that's another tablespoon, and then we'll just stir that in. Right, so while that butter melts, I'm just going to add some tomatoes. So I've got 2 large tomatoes chopped up. And I'll mix that through. We use a lot of mushrooms in this house. For sauces or just adding to things. It's good because everyone in the house loves mushrooms. Right, so I've just turned the heat down to number 7, just 1 level down, and I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of seafood seasoning. Bear with me, I do like to season my food well. I do like my spices. I do not like my food boring. I am not a boring person, so I like my food to be tasty. And now some all-purpose seasoning, and I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of that as well. So I've got here some oregano, so just 1 teaspoon of that sprinkled in there. Some garlic granules, just half of a teaspoon just sprinkled on there, and some chives. I'll put a couple of teaspoons of chives. I love chives. It's perfect for garnishing as well. And I've got Chris and Kelsey's favourite, well not really, coriander. They hate it. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of coriander. This is dried coriander. If you don't like coriander, you don't have to put it in. If you don't like coriander because of the taste, you can always go for ground coriander. And you definitely don't get that really strong taste, you know, from the fresh, that you get from the fresh coriander. And now I have this fish. It's herbs for fish, it's called. You probably can't see it very well. It's just a herb or a seasoning that I got from the Italian shop. It's an authentic Italian shop, and you get all these herbs and spices in there. And I'm now going to put just 1 large tablespoon of the herbs and spices. So I'm going to give this a stir. I've turned this down again, and that is looking good. I think it's ready for some prawns, so I'm just going to turn it back up to number 8, because once I put those prawns in, the temperature will drop. I'm going to just squeeze a bit of lime on it. I'm going to pour, so they're slightly frozen, so I'm just going to mix this in. So that's looking good. It's just cooking up nicely. I'm going to add some chorizo in there now. Right, so that's the spicy chorizo sausage that I've put in the oven. I'm going to chop this up and stick this in here. This is quite hot, as in spicy hot. I'm not sure if Kelsey and Chris are going to manage, so I may not use all of it. Let's see. So this chorizo is really spicy, it's very hot. So I'm only going to add a few pieces, just for flavour. And a tiny bit of the oil, which is extremely hot too. Just going to mix this in. Right, so I'm just going to leave that to simmer for 5 to 10 minutes while I get the pasta ready. Right, so I'm going to put my pasta to boil. So I've got some spinach linguine for myself and Kelsey, and I've got some noodles for Chris and Olivia. So all you need to do is cook them to the instructions on the pack. So the spaghetti has to be cooked for 5 minutes and the linguine only for 3 minutes. Right, so that's our spaghetti there. That's going to cook for 5 minutes and the linguine for 3 minutes. And our prawns are ready. I'm going to turn that right down. So just give this a mix, and I think this is definitely ready. So I'm going to stick some olive oil in that. I'm just going to get my linguine out, the spaghetti linguine. That's been 3 minutes. I'm going to drain this now. So I've drained the water out of it. Right, so now I'm going to put some of this prawn in here for the green linguine pasta. I've got some prawns for the green linguine and some for the spaghetti. I'm just going to put my green linguine in there. I'm going to add some asparagus. I'll add some in this one as well. And now I'm going to add the noodles in this one. I'm now going to add some olive oil in that one and some olive oil in this one. And I'm going to mix it through. Right, I'm going to add a drop of pepper, and I'll add some salt right at the end once I've tasted it. Just mixing this through, make sure all the spaghetti is covered with the sauce. And I'm just going to mix the spinach noodle in. I think this is mixed in quite well. Right, so I've mixed them all in. I've had a good taste of it. So up until now I have not added any salt. So they don't need a lot of salt, because a lot of those spices that I've put in, they all have salt in them, especially the Italian seasoning. So I'm only going to put a tiny bit, and I always prefer to use my Himalaya salt. Just a tiny drop, not a lot at all. And this one as well. It's very tasty, really delicious, and I'm going to add a tiny bit of garlic. So this is just garlic puree, and some in that one as well. And some olive oil to finish it off. So we're just going to let it simmer for a bit, maybe another 5 minutes, just so that asparagus can cook in a bit more. And then it's time for eating. So I think that garlic is mixed in now, and the salt, and the last drop of olive oil. Okay, so let's let that simmer for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to sprinkle some parsley and basil in here. Just going to give that a stir. So we've allowed this to simmer just over 5 minutes, and it's well and truly finished. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And this one is finished also. That looks good. So I'm just going to get these on a plate and we can start eating. So that's it, guys. Our prawn and chorizo pasta is well and truly finished. Well, we used linguine for this one and just normal spaghetti for that one. But you can use any pasta with this, really. So these look absolutely delicious, and I cannot wait to get stuck into this, but I'm going to wait for my family to come down so we can eat it. So this is what I would cook on a typical weekday, or today is a Saturday and I have decided to cook this for us for our dinner because Olivia requested it. And I'm gonna go now and make some salad, and we'll probably have it with some garlic bread as well. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on my other socials. And please check out my other videos on food, family and lifestyle. Thank you for watching. See you next time.